Once upon a time, in a kingdom where beauty was praised louder than bravery, lived a princess named Elira. From the moment she could walk, she was told how to sit. When she could talk, she was taught what not to say. Her life was a glass castle, polished, fragile, built for others to admire. Elira was everything a royal daughter was supposed to be. Polite, composed, predictable. She wore her gowns like armor, and her smile like a mask. No one noticed how she lingered by the stables or tapped on the windowsill like she was playing a silent tune only she could hear. On her 18th birthday, the court gathered for the announcement of her destiny. Trumpets flared. The king raised his goblet and declared her engagement to Prince Roland of Westmarch, a man who smiled with his teeth but never with his eyes. The kingdom cheered. Elira did not. She kissed her father's cheek, thanked the guests, and returned to her chambers with her hands folded and her thoughts screaming. That night, under a silver moon, she stared out at the hills and made her choice. She didn't want to marry Roland. She didn't want a crown shaped by rules. She didn't want to smile while others spoke for her. She wanted wind in her hair, dirt under her feet, a life that was hers. So she vanished. At dawn, the guards found her horse wandering alone. A ribbon floated by the stream, her tiara broken beneath a stone. The kingdom mourned. Bells rang. People left flowers at the palace gates. But Elira was not dead. She was 3 villages away, walking barefoot beside a farmer's cart, braid gone, name forgotten. She became Elle, said she had no family, and smiled when she said it. She slept in barns, danced in taverns, learned to fight, climb, track, and read the stars. She told stories for bread. She escaped a bandit camp using palace riddles. She taught children to read. She once scared off wolves with a torch and her voice. She stitched her own wounds. She cried under strange skies, but she laughed more than she ever had. People began to talk. They called her Firebird, said she traveled with wind at her back and fire in her eyes. Some claimed she was cursed. Others said she brought luck wherever she went. Back at the palace, her portrait still hung in the great hall. Some said her eyes looked tired. Others said they looked like they were hiding something. And far from the castle, in a quiet town by the sea, a woman with sun-browned skin and laughing eyes lived in a small cottage with a crooked roof and shelves full of books. She ran a school for girls who wanted to fight, climb, and survive. She told stories of queens without thrones, of monsters who weren't evil, and of a princess who rewrote her fate. At night, when the sea was quiet and the lanterns low, she sometimes held a broken piece of her tiara, the only thing she'd kept, and smiled. She had no regrets. She hadn't vanished. She'd changed the ending.